Hey, today I'm going to be giving a review for the film Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows. Now this is a follow-up to the 2014 reboot of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles film series, which was well received. I mean a lot of critics didn't like it, but I think it had performed well at the box office, and I thought it was kind of cool too, as well. But this is like a follow-up to that particular film. Now this time, the synopsis for the film says that the turtles face a new challenge when Shredder escapes from custody and joins a scientist known as, well, a mad scientist who is played by Tyler Perry, which I thought was kind of odd, Baxter Stockman. And I know who Baxter Stockman is, from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles series. He's like a scientist, who eventually becomes this mutant fly, and he was like an enemy of the Ninja Turtles. Well, this mad scientist known as Baxter Stockman, he wants to use a serum along with Shredder to help take over the world. So at the same time, you have the new mutants created known as Bebop and Rocksteady, and it was cool finally seeing them in this film too as well. So I'm gonna touch on all that later. So you actually have Bebop and Rocksteady for the first time in the live action Ninja Turtles films, and those were always the main enemies of the Ninja Turtles besides Shredder. So also at the same time you have April O'Neil, who shows up again, played by Megan Fox, and then you have Casey Jones, who's played by Stephen Amell. I thought that was kind of odd, interesting too, that he's playing Casey Jones. He shows up in this film too as well. Now at the same time, the Ninja Turtles, you had them there too, but then this major threat shows up, who turns out to be another major enemy of the Turtles from the franchise. Krang, he also shows up, and he looks exactly how he looks from the cartoons and stuff, so I thought that was kind of cool too, so I'm going to touch on all that too as I go with my review. Well, yeah, that's basically what the film is about. You have the Baxter Stockman, who is a mad scientist. He teams up with Shredder, who escapes with Bebop and Rocksteady, and they actually are in their form, Bebop and Rocksteady, their human form, before they are mutated into I think one of them was mutated from a rhino, and the other was mutated, yeah, that's Rocksteady, and Bebop is mutated from a warthog, and it's cool actually seeing them, because they look exactly how they look on the cartoons and stuff, so it was kind of cool seeing that. I remember back ever since the original film from 1990, when they announced they was going to actually make that movie, I was hoping they put Bebop and Rocksteady, even in the sequel too, but they never did do it. So I'm guessing at the time they probably just didn't have the technology to put them in the film, but now they do it, and they look just like, and even act like they did on the cartoon series and stuff so it was cool seeing them, in the film. But that's basically what it's about. The Turtles have to join forces with I guess you could say April O'Neil and Casey Jones to take out this new threat, Shredder, Bebop and Rocksteady, plus Krang, because Krang wants to join forces with Shredder to help bring his Technodrome, which is cool too. They actually bring the Technodrome, man. Krang is huge, I guess you could say a fortress that they live there, They actually bring that into the film too, and it even has the eye on the top of it too. It wasn't that long, but it showed the eyeball, I think, that bees on top of it. But yeah, he wants to team with Shredder to bring the Technodrome into Earth, which is kind of the plot of it was kind of silly, it didn't really make sense, But he wants to bring the Technodrome into Earth, so then he can conquer Earth and take over Earth, and him and Shredder can run Earth, along with I guess you could say Bebop and Rocksteady. So that's basically what the film is about. And like I said, it's kind of cheesy and kind of off, But I still thought I thought it was okay, And I thought some of the action sequences they had in the film, I thought they were pretty cool, Especially the airplane sequence where the Ninja Turtles have to take out Bebop and Rocksteady, who are after these three artifacts, well actually these two artifacts that Krang wants to get. He actually sends Shredder to get these two artifacts so it can help him bring his Technodrome into our Earth, So Bebop and Rocksteady, they're just as they're acquiring the last artifact, which is I think in Brazil or the Amazon or something like that Ninja Turtles actually have to stop them, and it's this cool airplane sequence, which they're showing the trailer, where they're fighting on the airplane and the airplane crashes, and they be in this river thing, they lead start a waterfall, it was a cool sequence, Plus, even kind of the end of the film when I don't want to spoil, where they're actually fighting Krang, and you actually get to see Krang looks exactly how he looks on the cartoon series, which was cool too, he's this brain thing, with tentacles, and he even has the voice Shredder, you really how can change his tones and stuff, because I always thought that was funny and cool on the cartoons, But yeah, he even has like his robotic like suit too, like the suit that he bees in, but it doesn't have like the color of how it looked like on the cartoons, where it had like that pink like almost like human like skin, you know. It didn't really look like that, you know. But it still was there, but it just didn't have that skin tone, you know. Plus, he has like all like the gadgets and stuff where he's fighting the turtles and stuff throwing around. Now, like Shredder himself, he didn't really get to do nothing in this film though. You know, like the Shredder this time, he didn't really have anything to do. He showed up. He even had on like his armor and his claws and stuff like occasionally used, you know. But he didn't really get to do anything, you know. Plus, like the chemistry between like the Ninja Turtles, it was decent, you know. Like Leonardo and Michelangelo, Donatello, and Raphael, I thought their chemistry was like good again, you know. And like the CGI effects, you know, at times it's kind of a strain on the eyes, you know, to look at it, you know. But it was okay, you know. Plus you have a Splinter who pops in and out, you know, giving like his words of wisdom and stuff like that, which I thought was cool. And I think Megan Fox was like attractive in her role as April O'Neil, you know. I thought she still looks good, you know. Then you have Stephen Amell, you know, he's Casey Jones. And Casey Jones, he really has one moment where he actually is wearing like the hockey mask, like the goalie mask that Casey Jones is known for wearing, you know. But he does like use like the I forgot what they call it, like the goalie thing that they use, you know. He does use that to fight enemies because he even has a sequence where he has to take on like a Bebop and Rocksteady together, like in this parking garage or something like that, kind of towards the end of the film. But yeah, in the end, I thought Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows, it was kind of at times it's like, man, like what, like, and it's kind of cheesy too at times, you know. But like for people like me who grew up on the cartoon series, it was still cool seeing like Bebop and Rocksteady, the Technodrome, like Krang, even Baxter Stockman. I still thought it was odd that they had Tyler Perry playing him, because I'm known for Baxter Stockman being Caucasian and not African American. But I still thought that was cool they brought him in there, you know. And I guess they did like a follow-up, they probably would go on film, you know, and make him become like the mutant fly, like enemy that he's like known with the Ninja Turtles, you know, because he eventually mutates to like a fly, you know. But yeah, I thought it was okay, you know, it was still just kind of like, you know, like what, like, you know, you can't believe that they're doing this, but being that I was a fan of the cartoon series, you know, like I said, it's cool seeing them, you know, and plus I no longer really care to see them, you know, at this point, you know, because, like, you know, I'm not really a fan of them like I used to be, but it was still cool that they actually finally have brought them into the film, you know. But then I'd be giving Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I'd be aiming at I kind of want to give it a B minus, but I'm not going to give it a B minus. No, I'm going to just give it a C. You know, I thought it was like well worth it, especially if you're like fans of like the original like cartoon series from like the '80s. You know, I would definitely recommend it for those fans. You know, so yeah, in the end, I'd be giving Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I'm giving it a C, and this is my review for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Out of the Shadows. Cowabunga!